Today with the Vivi OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. And also Raythex.eth domain name. Gotta love him. The man that is never wrong in investing, and he's had he's had Earth 2, he's had Axis, still has Earth 2. A bunch of ETH domain names, but he's got a bunch of Vivi and OMI. Now he's not one of the influencers I was talking about in the title. We'll go over that. I guess we'll go over the titles first, what's in the title, and then we'll go over all the news that we have. And there is a lot. There's absolute butt ton of it. Let's get ready. We'll start off with OMI. They just had, I listened to a little bit of it across the Akomi-verse with Jordan Riz, Dr. Stuff, Crypto Rain, everyone. I think the Endable is on there today. Normally, they usually have a good amount of people. I was one of them until I decided, like, hey, Crypto Rain got to me. He's like, why would you continue to sell crypto and NFTs at this level, support your lifestyle? Just go back to work. And I was like, yeah, all right. So a few months ago, that's what I did. So I've been on there like once a month now since I've been back. Since you've been gone. But anyway, he goes and he's been saying, he made a post the other day saying, hey, this probably not financial advice. This is probably a pretty decent time to get back into OMI. We've also had a couple of people that have gotten on in the past couple months. There's two buddies of mine that they have over 200 million each. They'll be over $500 million between the two of them before the end of the year. I told them, like, hey, if you really want to do that, you should get a move on. The utility looks like it's coming this quarter. It could very well be this month, but to be conservative, we'll say, well, at some point this quarter. Not only did they give us last month they gave us the article saying, okay, hey, here's all the things that we're going to start with. We're delaying OMI to NFT, which I was a little upset with at first. But then they said, oh, hey, in place of that, we're giving you this. We're giving you that OMI to... Ooh, fireworks. Ooh, more fireworks. 3 fireworks. I wonder what stop. They're giving priority to tier 0. And what that is, that's just saying, hey, we're going to have you stake your OMI. OMI gets on the app, which there's going to have to be like a class about that. I think Brock McBlockchain already has a video out there saying how to migrate your stuff from layer 1, which is on the exchanges, to layer 2, which is on the layer 2 is on the app, on the Vivi app. Right now, you could do it in one of 2 different ways. You could go and you can have it on your wallet, and you can go and so if you go to your profile and then you look to your wallet, on your Gem wallet, you'll see on there an OMI wallet. And once you get that, again, for Android, you could use that there. For Apple, I don't think that's there. For Apple, it's only in the web app version. Anyway, we had a little bit of a scare with Ascendex this morning. Ascendex went down for 6 hours. Everyone that had any crypto on there, it said that they had $0 on there. And it's like, ooh, that's not good. But then they said it was just a glitch. I don't know if it was a hack or not. They made a statement saying, hey, your stuff is safe. And even though it was showing 0, they said, relax, your stuff is safe. Apparently it was. Things seem to have come back now. Comment down below if you were affected. New whale of mine has 20 million OMI now. He should be getting a little more this week. He'll get up to 21, maybe 22. He's not going to get a ton. This month I will start buying some more. I really want to get more on the app just because if that's what we're going to use for staking. I already have enough that's off the app. I want to get more. I'd like to get about 40 million OMI on the app, give or take, because you're going to need $40,000 worth of OMI in order to go and $40,000 worth of OMI in order to collect the max amount of rewards for staking. But that is going to be neither here nor there. I'll go to Crypto Rain's post real quick and show you what he was talking about. And there's a couple of other people that, oh god, what is his Twitter handle? It's got to be all right. Crypto Rain Advisor. All right, here we go. And it was a couple days ago, so it's not insanely new. It is from it's only a day ago. It says, see this little compression at the end of the Bitcoin chart? It is going to break to the upside or the down. Oh no, that's Bitcoin. Sorry, it was a couple days ago. Okay, here it is. It was one day ago. It says, I think OMI is getting ready for a break to the upside. Who's with me? And he just shows that wedge over there. And either going to break up or break down. And I don't see too many people selling down here. There is one whale, I think, on Ascendex that has 100 million. They're trying to sell at at 0.0066. I think that might get bought up. It could not. It could be just trying to drive the price down. The person just could have gotten liquidated. The person might drop it even more. 100 million is a decent amount, especially when you only have about 700,000 in volume each day. If I have one more thing to do on the app, I have one more thing I need to sell Luke Skywalker for, because I don't have as much money to put in. But once I do that, I'll focus 100% of my efforts on OMI. Maybe a little bit of Grumpy Cat, maybe a little bit of 4chan, just because they are pretty low right now, and I would like to kind of get in them before, more people FOMO into that meme coin stuff. But that is contingent on one or two things happening. That's actually one of the things I wanted to go over. I'll get into the influencer after this. Or I'll do the influencer first. So we have Cody Thrive, who's a winner of one of those reality shows from, I don't know, like 10 years ago. He's famous for taking a dump in a river. On that reality show, he won, and he was responsible for a decent amount of whales getting in. It was at the height of the last bull market. It was like late 2021. Yeah, I think it was late 2021. And you had him go in and say, like, get a bunch of whales to purchase these secret rare Spider-Man at like $50,000, $60,000, whatever it was. And, which is fine. Like, I believe they're going to far surpass that this next bull market. But after the bear market came, he's like, okay, I'm going to focus on other stuff. He's making a new video tonight. I think it's going to be on Lambo, just because he did just get a real Lambo, like in real life. So it's not like, and he's part of the reason I did that, for the flex, but also, hey, that's production value. You can go on and have a Lambo in every one of your videos. And what are the consequences of that? He was a very divisive character. Him and Cavell would go back and forth, reacting to each other. He would have some clickbaity videos, which is fine. That's par for the course. There was a video before, I don't know who made it. It says, like, is Vivi dead? The death of Vivi. So I didn't watch that just because of that. I was like, this is BS. But apparently it was actually a decent video. It was just saying, like, hey, guys, no matter what you think, no matter what these clickbait titles say, Vivi has no competition. And that part I agree with. Again, this is secondhand. I didn't actually watch the video. But again, that's par for the course. And you do have to give credit where credit is due. You have to give the devil their due. Clickbait titles do work. They get people to click on it. Like, I mean, a lot of things that you see, the title might be good, but it only shows the first 40 letters. And the first 40 letters might be clickbait. You could say something like, Vivi is dead, or the downfall of Vivi, ... enough for it to be in the title, but that far is the rest of the title will be cut off. So the whole title could be like, yeah, right, that's what losers say, something like that. And people, have a crazy thumbnail on it. People do it for that. I've thought about doing that in the past. The type of audience I really do want is just that audience that really doesn't want that. They just want to go like, hey, what are the facts, whatever. And I know that in my live streams, I kind of go off the rails a little bit, and I was like, I get distracted by many things like I am right now. But in the videos, I do try to keep that as short as possible. But be advised, guys, I make a video every single day. It's usually about 20 minutes a day, and it's not, yeah, maybe I cover some of the same things on OMI, but for the most part, it is new news every single day. Like, it is not, you could do a hour show. You could do, like, and I shorten a lot of it. I just kind of give the facts. I don't really give my opinions on it. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times it's just, hey, here's what is going on. Here's what I'm reporting on. You could make easily that 20-minute video a 2-hour show every single day with me and one other person, like minimum, bare minimum. And that's a good thing. I mean, it's not good because people miss things. You have other people, like especially whales. Hey, what's going on? Oh, you haven't heard. I went through this with a buddy of mine who's got a ton of OMI the other day. It was like a week or two ago, and he said, hey, like, why are we still not on exchanges? I was like, well, there's probably a couple of reasons. And he's like, and he was, kind of a little sullen, kind of a little morose, and he was just saying, hey, we were supposed to have all this utility. I was like, oh, well, we have a lot. He's like, okay, well, what new updates have we seen? We've seen, like, everyone's been talking, and I haven't seen any action done. But he hasn't been on the app in a while, so I was like, okay, well, here's what you can do at crafting. Here's what you can do with burning. There's a lot of things for crafting and burning. You have these updated for comics for the waitlist. You have update for, and I think the updates for the waitlist and the collectibles didn't come at once. It was two separate things. And Vivi's listening to a lot of people now, like on Twitter. Like, there's not too many other CEOs, especially of CEOs of these Fortune 5-esque type, 500 companies, where they go and they're worth billions of dollars. You might have the CEO of a multi-million-dollar corporation, or maybe something that's worth in the seven figures. But to have CEOs and COO of a seven or of a 10-figure company, again, billions of dollars, it's outside of Elon Musk, you don't really see that. So the fact that David and Dan and everyone kind of sees what's going on Twitter, and they can kind of, they go out 2 weeks ago and say, hey, we're releasing this incredible grail, Incredible Hulk #1, and the community says, hey, why would you want to do this without the wait list? I don't think this is a good idea. Bots are going to get out. I want this to be really fair. And Vivi's like, okay, sure. And they delayed it. I didn't know how long they were going to delay it for. It's going to be, I think, this Friday. I think it's going to be, no, the doors are happening this Friday. Not the doors like, Mojo Rising, but the doors like the Disney doors. Like if you have a Miguel from Coco, or if you have a Nemo, or if you have a Woody, you could go and get these doors, and then they'll transform into a poster. Like you walk through the door, transform into a poster. It's Boo's door from not Foster's, Boo's door from Monster University, which is interesting. So it's different than the potions. These ones, I kind of wish they would save that specifically for the Monsters Inc., but I guess you already have Mike Wazowski. You don't have Sully yet, which I'd really like. Anyway, that's something else I wanted to go over. Toy Story 5 and the price action of Woody. I'm already 11 minutes into this. I still haven't gotten to the news. I'm just going over the stuff in the title. But yeah, influencers coming in. What are some other consequences of that? We wind the clocks back a month, where you had Cristiano Ronaldo being offered hundreds of millions of dollars to play soccer, and he decides, no, I'm going to go at Miami, but I'm going to go so I can get a piece of the company, so I can get a piece of a football team. And then you have Messi, same thing, offered $1.6 billion over 4 years, so $400 million a year. Like, let's extrapolate that out. To be in the 1%, 1% in the U.S., in a first world country, like 1% of the world is super small. You need like $40,000 a year. But 1% in the U.S., you need to have about $400-ish thousand a year to be considered that, that's what you make. 10, 100, that is 1,000x what you need to be in the 1%. $400 million a year. And the dude said no. Why? And I promise I have a point to this. Your Honor, I have a point. The reason why he gave that up and he said, nah, I'm good, is to go and say, hey, Apple, I'm going to be the one that everyone's going to make a lot of content of. You're going to be able to go and sell a lot of Apple TVs. You're going to sell a lot of subscriptions because of me. And Apple's like, yeah, you're right. We'll give you a piece of the revenue. Same thing with Adidas. They're going to sell a lot of sneakers, sell a lot of shoes. Some point NFTs are going to get in here. Why would you sell something once just to make X amount of dollars on it once, when you could sell something once and then on the secondary get paid again and again and again? This is such an untapped market. And again, I have a reason for bringing this up. Oh God, that'd be great if we can get them on Vivi. Like not even for the get them to be part of Vivi, just as well. Yeah, get them on Vivi as well. Have them buy it, drop their NFTs, but people are gonna go crazy over it, and it just goes to show you that people will go and say no to a large amount of money up front, guaranteed, because they believe in themselves so much that they can make money elsewhere on brand deals, on deals of recurring revenue. And why I bring that up is because you have it in Fortnite? You have it in a bunch of video games where a bunch of other content creators are going to go and say, hey, we'll give you this referral code, give it out to whether you play video games, whether you go and try on bikinis, whether you go and have sleep fashion shows, whatever it is, have your people go and use this referral code, and we'll give you a piece of the action. I've had it from gold and silver companies. I've had it from Cryptoys. I haven't said yes to any of these people. And I'm not saying that if you do, like, you're bad or whatever, it's fine. Do what you need to do to make money. I just really want to believe in a product before and make sure it's like a good investment. Again, not financial advice, but you know how many people, every single person with 50,000 subscribers and above, are going to go make Vivi content because there's going to be something like that in the ambassador program. What is it? I don't know. I have no idea what it is. I had a small, quick conversation about it with David sometime last year, and I just said, oh, hey, if you don't want somebody that's always, doing what I do sometimes on live stream, like I understand if I don't like qualify for this ambassador program. I don't know if you want it, top tier influencers, and you just want people with like 250,000 subscribers and more. He's like, no, no, we'll talk about it. So I, I don't know what it was, but again, there's going to be something, there's going to be incentive, and a lot of influencers are going to push it to their audiences. So you're going to have people that maybe don't even know or care about Vivi, but they're like, hey, buy Vivi, use this code. I saw that immediately with Earth too. It was a bunch of people like that would take snippets from me, Arya Realty, at the time, what was it, E2 Meta, and they were going to say, oh yeah, this person says it, this person says it, all three of them can't be wrong. Use my referral code. And it's like, what? Just stealing our videos, man. Stealing our content. And Cody Thrive is just the first. And again, I'm not going to say he is going to be or is not going to be part of the ambassador program, but you can be damn sure he's going to try. Again, he's making a video tonight about Lambos. What is that going to do to the price of Lambos? I don't know. We had a conversation before about, hey, do you think Lambo's good? I was like, yeah, I think Lambo's great. It's like, but if I had some other things, I would go and I would buy some other things. Like, I talked to him like 2 weeks ago. I was like, Todd's like $600. Really not that bad. Partner stats are like a couple grand. Like, he's maybe gone below. Partner stats has gone below $2,000 like a couple times. Now this is before the pump, so I was just kind of talking out my butt. But I was like thinking, hey, like how much lower can these go? Probably not too much. Let's say have a Black Swan event. I was like, it's probably a decent time to get in. He's like, oh, yeah, maybe I will. And a message today, he's like, man, I should have got it. I was like, yeah. We had another guy, I forget his name. He had messaged me saying yesterday, I think it wasn't even a message, it was a DM, or it was a comment on YouTube, and he was saying, hey, I just bought 2 partner statues, and like he didn't buy it at 2,000. He waited until they were like $3,400, and it's just like, yeah, I bought 2 partner statues, and trying to put more gems in to buy a Todd. Be advised, I don't know if they still have this, but Vivi's had this limit of 10,000 gems per week that you could use, that you could buy in. I don't know if that's still active. If somebody that really spends a lot of money could go and let me know, because he had put in like I think like 7,000 gems, or he had bought 7,000 gems, and he's just like, okay, I can't seem to put in more. So I didn't know if he had already put in 3,000 gems a week prior, then put in another 7,000 gems, and then was trying to put in more. But again, it used to be where you could only put in 10,000 gems per week, which again, I feel like that's an anti-whale thing, because I know a couple people that are just like, how am I putting all these gems? Like my friend Ernie, that he has the Gary Baseman 1 of 1, bought for $12,501. He's like, thankfully I had some gems on here already, because he was trying to put it in and it wouldn't let him. I don't know if that was just for crypto pay-in or if that's just for whatever it is now, but we have a lot of things that have been kind of on the rise. And let me see what the title is of this video. So I could, all right, yeah, whale stack and grails. Okay, here's the other thing. So we had also, if everyone could go and they could smash that like button. It's right there. That'd be a free way to help support channel. It'd be super great. We'd love y'all. Anyway, the whale stack and grails. We have this guy Dubs, who's on the thumbnail. He has 3 sub 100 Todds. As soon as Apple, and this is what I talk about, reading the terrain and reading the writing on the wall and watching what people with money do. As soon as the Apple keynote happened last month, June 5th, he bought like 4 waltz at like 2,100, 2,400. And he's like, listen, I know they didn't have, and I was like, I'm curious, why did you do that? He's like they literally had, they were talking about NFTs, they were talking about Disney, they had Disney there, Disney was at the keynote, and it's like you think like they're not gonna do something with these. This is their baby. Like this is the grail of the grail for Disney, and he knows that Dr. Profit has 400 of these, has like 10%. He knows that a good amount are probably locked up in these bot accounts. How many of them? I don't know. I think there are at least several hundred, if not over 1,000 partner statues that are in suspected bot accounts. What I mean by that is that they are in accounts that have not been active in a year or more. So you have, let's say 1,000, well, kind of in the medium, in the middle there. You have 1,000 of these partner statues that are in accounts that have not been active. Couple that with uh, with Dr. Profit's 400. You have a good amount of these, a really large amount of these that are locked up. And now he's having a good day. Why? Because he bought a bunch at like 21, 2,400. Now they're like 4K. Todd's went up over 1,000. Reese's went over 2,000. Secret Rare Spider-Man at 8K. There's a lot of people are seeing, and there's one of the things that I have so much I want to go over. I don't even know if I can go over yesterday's. There's so much. Oh yeah, so here's this guy. He was trying to buy another Todd. He was trying to buy another Todd at 830, but then it was at 950. Now it's at 1,000. I think he finished it now. I'm not sure. That was the RPM 87. So I'm guessing again, it's somebody that is 36 years old. Again, follow the money. Like the people that are in here. This is not a secret. I tell you guys, if you go to and check other people's, check Jordan Riz, check Crypto Rain, check Dan Lee, check Foster, anyone that makes content on this, have them ask them. Be like, hey, go to your analytics, Foster, and go to your audience and see who the people are. It's mostly ages between 25 and 54. Now, the bulk of it are between 25 and 44, but there's a lot more 45 to 54-year-olds now than there were a year ago. And there's a lot more 55 to 64-year-olds now than there were a year ago as well. Now, granted, most of these are men. There's only 0.5% of y'all are women. So I don't know how to feel about that. I think I know. But anyway, these are people that are coming into like starting to make the big boy money. You really don't hit peak income until you're in early to mid 40s. When you're in your 20s, yeah, you might have a big boy job. You're still paying off debt. Maybe you're trying to buy a house, trying to do whatever. In your 30s, maybe, saving for college for the kids, doing whatever. But in the 40s, when you can kind of tell, hey, this kid's going to college, or this kid is not made for college, you can kind of tell and kind of budget, and hey, now you have more time for fun stuff. And you go on and you can say like, okay, here's now, like, am I Skillet in 2005? Now it's my time. I'll do what I want because this is my life. Sorry, I love that song. You have Puddin' Cheeks took it off, but you had up until recently, you were able to track the gem purchases, and you had about an average of 1 million gems going in each week, which is a very good amount. That's not nothing. Now that average has been skewed a little bit because up until I think May, we had a very, I don't want to say lackluster. Hey, Raythex. How's it going? Thank you so much for the super chat. You are the man. Me love you long time. They just wanted to stop by and share. Daddy Raythex just got engaged to his girlfriend. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Big Daddy Raythex. I am so freaking happy for you. I am so we need to meet up this year. Shoot me a DM, shoot me a text, Raythex, because you still have it. I gotta tell you something. I have a gift. And and it's gonna be a good gift for everyone involved. Wow, yeah, we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate next month. It's gonna be a good time. You're gonna have to take a couple days off work, but it'll be worth it. Thank you so much. And again, Raythex, singing your praises always. Again, here's somebody that has, I think he's been offered, $10,000 or $100,000 for his Muhammad.eth domain name. He's got domain names out the yin yang. He goes and has, again, had Axes before it was cool, kept the Axes, had the scholarships, been making that money. One of the biggest players in Earth 2, has his own megacity, as do I. Link down below to Chaveztopia, and is just a beast. He is never wrong. He does not pick any crap investments, and he's got a bunch of Vivi and he's got a bunch of OMI. So yeah. If you don't want to follow me, follow all the other incredibly smart, intelligent, and successful people that are in this. Anywho, we're gonna move on from that. Raythex, I'm so happy for you. And again, he's one of those people that he's in Gen X. He's in that top tier of making money. He's got and I don't right now you don't need to work anymore. You got a lot of stuff when retire. Moving on. We have somebody else. I won't say the name because I don't know if they want me to show, but this person has added 6 Todd McFarlane's Batman this week, bringing him up to 35. It was, what's his name? Lewis Morgan, who's one of the former co-owners of Gymshark. After he had sold his share for like $100 million, he's got a bunch of OMI. He's got a bunch of Veve NFTs. He bought a sub 40 Todd McFarlane for like 50 something thousand dollars last year, 2021, at some point within the last 2 years. And that's 0.0. He's probably not worth 100 million. He's probably worth a couple $100 million now. You know, he's got that's nothing for him. That's like, oh yeah, I'll buy this car today. You know, and that's one of the things that he has. Now he did say if we ever get Pokemon, he would drop 6 figures on that Charizard. You know, if they have something like that, which of course, you know, I think a lot of people would. Market Pulse, and here's why I'm going to tell you. I think this is. I could make anything bullish, but Rootless Girl had said active wallets. We have 23,631 active wallets for the month of June, and that is down 9% from the month of May. Now in May, you had that Star Wars month. You had that Luke Skywalker. You had the Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. You had a whole bunch of really cool drops in May. And there's so I'm not saying that June didn't have great drops. We did. But May, Star Wars month, you almost can't beat. Like Pokemon maybe could beat that. There's not a ton that could go and beat Star Wars month. Anyway, we had that, so that's why there were probably more active wallets in May than there were in June. The amount of trades were down as well. They were down 13% to 172,000 trades. The amount of buyers went down 18% to 12,200. It's like, well, Chavez, the market's been going up. Yes, it has. And I think we only had over the last 14 days, I think we only added like 20 or so new wallets. So there's not a ton of new people going in. What does that mean? It means that people, again, are reading that writing on the wall and they see, oh, hey, there's a lot of things are pumping, and it's not random stuff. It's the Grails, it's the Todds, it's the Risos, it's the partner statue, it's the Secret Rare Spider-Man, it's the Vivi logo, it's these, you know, the top 5 things that are in the app. I mean, you even had, you know, rare Luke Skywalker go from, you know, $90 to $140. And that's just in like a couple days. So it's the same people are here, but you see kind of this bull market, this pre-bull market happening, and you go and you say, okay, well, everything's pumping. Why? And that part of it is that you see, I would say some people are arguing that, oh, well, we have no cash out. Of course it's going up. Well, listen, most of Vivi hadn't had cash out for months anyway. Only the US had cash out, and then cash out, you know, got taken away for US. So the rest of the world didn't have cash out to begin with. It's just the US that didn't have it. So I would say part of the reason for this, I would say that's part of it. I would say that's a good 18% of the reason why we're pumping. But the rest of it is just sentiment. You have a lot of again, Vivi's killed it the last couple of months. Mitch and Nestor, give them a part of the company. Give them, God, we'll take care of them in New York when they get out here. We'll show them a good night. But yeah, you have major improvements to the app where Wind the Clock's back a year. Hey, Hero had some really good stuff. Tech was, a lot of other projects had better tech. They don't anymore. Cannot say that anymore. Maybe again, the trajectory at which we're going, and you also have Vivi's, they're really vertically integrated. I know that Cavernous is building the Viviverse, so you can't say, well, Vivi's not building their own. I mean, I would much rather them do that, put that out to a third party like Cavernous that just did another funding round. Meta trusts them. They're partnered with all these different other places. I think they might be doing something with, I don't know if they're doing something with Disney. No, they had something with Disney where they showed them a Star Wars clip. I think you're in like an X-Wing or whatever, or like Luke's in an X-Wing next to you. It's a public video. You can go and look at it. It was from several months ago. I think that was like their pitch to Disney. I don't know. I think that was when That might have been when Bob Chapek was there, and then Chapek fired the Metaverse team. Or no, Bob Iger came in. Chapek hired the Metaverse team. Bob Iger came in, fired the Metaverse team. So that might be on ice right now. What they were doing for Disney, I don't know if they're still going to do it. But like I said, they have um, they're choosing to go and have a third party build it just because they're better, they're the best. And they just bought on a new team, a new blockchain team specifically for OMI. Okay, why? Well, now they could have their people focus on the app, like that's what that is. They have another team working on so you have all of these moving parts, which is very incredible and amazing to see. But they're able to focus on what they need to focus on. They don't have to take away devs from the important work that they need to do on the app and say like, hey, we need to do this on the OMI side, we need to do this on the Vivi side. They don't have to do that. They could grind it out. They could work however many hours they want. I don't know if they have a max limit of hours, but their focus doesn't have to be split, which I'm very, very excited about. Because if you go and you get pulled away, okay, hey, I want to work on a couple hours, you work on it for 30 minutes, you have to go leave somewhere else. It's much more efficient to go and work on, have somebody do it. You could get more done in one 12-hour shift than two separate people can in two 8-hour shifts, as long as they are working fairly efficiently, because you have turnover. You have somebody go and say, okay, hey, here's what we did. You have to get settled, like break, whatever. This is the reach out to Dan Charbel. I think he has the statistics on that. He could tell you more about that. I'm just kind of regurgitating numbers there. And then the sellers, there were 26% less sellers. So when the buyers go down and the sellers go down even more, what does that tell you? All right, the amount of buyers are going down. So a lot of the little fish that maybe are working paycheck to paycheck, maybe maybe they don't have as much to spend. They're going to save if nothing they like comes out. You have less buyers, but the prices are rising. So that tells you that the same amount of people have a lot more confidence in the app. They're going putting more money in, and there's a lot less sellers, like 26%. Okay. Well, you would expect it to go congruently in with the amount of buyers. Well, no, because if people are saying, hey, now I don't want to sell because things are going up, and why would you want to go and sell like at the start of this bull run? You want to let it run for a little bit. So people are buying and not selling. You have a lot more buyers than sellers. This will quickly go from a buyer's market to a seller's market. And what I mean by that is like, in Pokemon, there is no like Pokemon winter. There is no Pokemon. It's buyer's markets, seller's market. I was fortunate enough in 2018 to try to get in at a buyer's market. It was down. Why? Because in 2016, you had this big pump because of Pokemon Go. I was in Kuwait and I'm super. I'll tell that story again at some point, but I was super salty. I couldn't participate in Pokemon Go. It wasn't in my country that I was in, and deployment life, and I wasn't really too much into the cards then. And then you go and take a look at when I got in 2018, the Pokemon Go pump had kind of died off. People were selling, and what was it? It was a buyer's market. You could get in at super cheap prices. Now, I didn't know what I was getting in for because I wasn't there in 2016. I wasn't buying Pokemon cards in 2016. So I go and you can say, hey, there's a little bit more, what is that? There's a little bit more reason to buy. And you've had that on Vivi for the past several months. Been a buyer's market. Because there's been a lot of sellers and the buyer has all the power. Now it looks like we've reached that inflection point where there are more buyers than sellers. So it looks like we're going and becoming a seller's market. Speaking of which, I have a Luke Skywalker, sub 50, number 47. I'm not sure if that's going to still be for sale or not. I'll keep you posted. I might have an agreement. I might not. Waiting for confirmation. Anyway, I got a lot of notifications. I'll get back to that in a while. Anyway, the amount of tokens minted were up since May. It was up to 134,000, so it's up 10%. So that just means that more things were selling out, more things were going, and yeah, you definitely saw that in June. There was very few things that did not sell out in June, which made me very happy. Speaking of which, what do we have today? Been going on for 34 minutes. I did not mean to do that, but we'll check. We had a drop. first appearance of Captain America as Nomad Cap. So you saw him in Infinity War. In Avengers Infinity War, he was Nomad Cap. He was around for a few years, working kind of against the government. Well, in tandem, just not with the government. He was still on the side of good. Like, he didn't turn evil, but he had the beard. He was Canadian Cap. I didn't think it was that good of a comic, but it sold like 6,000 of these. Maybe like 5,750. So if you take 5,750 multiplied by 7, you have about $40,000 that Vivi made here on a comic that's good, but it's not like, $40,000 on this. I really like. And David had mentioned like a month or two ago, maybe a month and a half ago, that this is some of the last time. Like, don't get used to these mint numbers. The mint numbers will continue to rise, and that's not because things are selling out. It's because they have gotten approved for a certain type of marketing. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Although it looks like localization is a big thing. Like, it looks like localization is going to come on like a bat out of hell, where they go and they say, oh, hey, hello, Japan. And that's what you kind of want to do. You want to get Japan first. That's a smaller market before you go on to China. I don't know how they're going to do that with China, because China, I think, kind of similar to like Wire in the US, like I don't think they have a form of payment to get on there. I don't know exactly how they would do that, because they were pretty anti crypto for a while. Now suddenly China's all, hey, everyone go. They're urging their banks to like offer this type of Bitcoin and crypto support. To their clients. Are they just to the wealthy clients? I'm not sure. I haven't really looked too much into it. Oh, I forgot to talk about Woody and the. All right. Toy Story 5 will probably come out in 2026. Either way, Woody's. What did you say? I just saw Silicone say, yeah. Vivi Fox is she's the best. We love her. So not so important to anyone. So let me say this. Selling out is important to a lot of short-term thinkers. Selling out is important if you're looking at people that want to flip or constantly looking at short-term. A lot of people wanted Coco at like $20. They wanted him at like 1,000 minutes because like, oh, look, he's not selling out. This drops a feather. I did an entire video on that. I did an entire live stream on that. So yes, there are people that do care about it selling out, but those types of people, in my experience, and it's not everyone, I'm generalizing here, but my experience, a lot of those people just want it so they could buy it and flip it, which is fine. That's part of the game. That's part of, Vivi will still make revenue on the secondary on the flip, so it's fine. But again, I'll real quick to play those dominoes out. Okay, let's say you had Miguel at 1,000 mints and at $30 per. Okay, well, you make 30K. That's not bad. It's still pretty good. But constantly, always and forever, you set that price point. You set that precedent where you say, okay, well, now Vivi's pricing at $30, so people are going to have it. Maybe if it goes above retail, maybe it goes to 35. Maybe it goes to 40. But if you have it at the 5,000 minutes that they wanted it at, and you have it at 60, because they want it uniform, you've had 60. You've had a $60 price point for every one of the platinum moments so far. And why you want that is because, okay, maybe in the short term, they're not making as much as if they would have had, Miguel be, lower mint and lower whatever. But over the long term, everything on the secondary, I don't think you've seen Miguel go below 45. Let me check this real quick. I don't want to lie to y'all. Woody, there's that. Can I search Miguel? Can I search Coco? All right, there's Woody. All right, here's Miguel. He's at $49. So yeah, I think he went down to like 45. Again, when you set the bar at 60 gems, you go and you say, okay, like why would you buy for 60 then sell for 30? You wouldn't. So you go and he's at 49. So now they're making, both Disney and Vivi, and you got to keep Disney happy, are making more on the secondary on every single sale as opposed to what they would have if they would have kept them lower. And again, short term, yeah, Vivi and Disney would have made more if they would have had that. But long term, which is what you want for a healthy business, you want that number to be as high as possible. and because you just get more money on that forever. This is not like, yeah, people are going to buy Miguel for the first month or two and that's it. People are going to be buying and trading this forever. Like, bring in that famous meme from, oh God, what's that? This new kid, How to Play from the Sandlot, forever. They make money on that forever. So they want that at a little bit of a higher mint count. They want that at a little bit of a higher premium. And again, it's the 100-year anniversary. Why did Woody sell as many as he did? Because the 100-year, like this is, they have, I'm trying to think of ones that they have multiple of. There's multiple Mickey Mouses. The platinum Mickey Mouse moment, I think, is either the number 2 or number 3 Mickey Mouse that you have. Probably, I'm going to say number 2. Obviously, the partner statue is number 1, but I think the 100-year Mickey is probably more significant than the rest of them. Maybe Steamboat Willie is, just because the only other company to ever get a Steamboat Willie license is Lego. And David was really proud, to have that. But the 100, like that's special. That's like a Pokemon 15-year, 25-year anniversary. That's very, very. I people might not understand right now, but they will in the future. And I promise we'll get to everyone's comments in a bit. Turn up velocity. Yeah, agreed. Okay, I've been talking 41 minutes. All right, let me get on to more of this. You had Gwen Tron says, "Wow, 103,000 vault value between his comics and his between the comics and his vault." Says it's up $30,000 from a few weeks ago. Need another 0.82x from here to break even, but again, his vault value is up $30,000 in a couple weeks. You have Dr. Rolex. I don't know how much he paid for this. I didn't get the message in time. Somebody had contacted me a couple days ago saying, "Hey, do you want my Red Hulk number 616?" And for those that don't know, we are in the 616 Marvel universe. In Deadpool 3, Wanda, I won't give away any spoilers, but Wanda's supposed to have she's supposed to kill a certain universe. I don't know which one. Well, I do know which one. I don't want to give it away. Well, I guess I did give part of it away. Anyway, it's going to be a different universe. So each universe you visit, like in Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, they go to multiple different universes, but we see a Reed Richards. We see a Captain Carter, Captain America. We see Professor X. Oh, that little riff. Oh, God, so good. But that's a different universe. So each one is another universe. So, but because we all know the MCU as home, that's the 616 universe. That's why it's so important. But Dr. Rolex says, "Man, this is just as fun as it gets. Thank you, Vivi Official, for constantly dropping the heat. Special shout out to my brother from another mother, Clever Jerk. I love him so much. For the art, let's go." And he has the 616 comic, and he has the 616 of that. So matching sets are very, very big deal. You have Rudy and Tina, Name Coast, and Tina. You have them from, what is that? You have them. They have a couple of different incredible sets. One of the most important is that matching 46 Miles Morales set. That is probably the lowest set that anyone is ever able to get on that. That's why I also spent like $8,000 on Luke's, so I could get that matching 43 set of Luke Skywalkers. Because that's probably one of the lowest sets that anyone will ever be able to get. And it's very hard to match mints in general. I think Brock McBlockchain's number 19 set of the first set that we have, the Todd, the Riso, the Becky Cloonan, the Joey Mads, that by itself is $50,000. I don't know. That by itself is actually probably right now, and again, we're just on the uptick. Like we just started on the uptick. That set will go for 6 figures at some point. It is quite conceivable that by the end of the decade, that could be a 7-figure set. And I'm not trying to pump my bags here. I don't have any of those. I don't have any of those. But that is insane. Tina and Rudy had spent well into the 5 figures to get their sub 30 first set. Again, for the Todd, the Riso, it's all in the 20s. They're not matching, but they're all in the 20s. I know they spend minimum 5 figures on that. So to have a matching 19s, matching sub 20 set, but it's all matching. That's got to be at least 50K, even now. But again, in the future, multiple six figures. But the importance of matching sets is you just don't have the opportunity to get those. And there's going to be other people. Like, I feel like we're all in this little fishbowl where everyone knows who Dr. Rolex is. They know who Dr. Profit is. They know who Silicon Secure is. They know me from my videos. You know, I have that number 43. They know Clever Jerk. Guys, this is a small. We're in a small pond right now. We're some big fish in a small pond. There's going to be a lot of us, present company included, myself, that will be writ small by some of these people that get in. I guarantee it. The top 100 wallets, you know, a good deal of them are going to be corporations. A good deal of them are going to be oil money. You know, people be getting that Arab money. They'll be coming in. They'll be sports owners. They'll be. You could quite possibly have teams where you have somebody that is really good in a. Who is that? You'd have somebody that's really good at, like, it happens in esports all the time. They get sponsored by a country or a company, whatever. You'll have that in the Viviverse. Like, there's going to be gamification. There's going to be other IP worlds. You think they're not going to have games? Damn right they are. Of, like, the biggest metaverse, it's going to happen. It hasn't happened yet for us because it hasn't rolled out. But you have, again, I always use Sandbox, which has, like, no monthly active users. They go and they have Lil Nas, Lil Baby, Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton. They have a lot of star power associated with them, and nobody's playing. It's again, bear market, you know, fair point, but we have a lot of momentum going for us. And there's, yeah, you got Lewis Morgan, yeah, you got, I can't say that. There's going to be a lot of others. Like, we have just started. We haven't done any marketing, and that's what I really love. You know, you have Cryptoys, which has spent in the six figures in marketing. Hasn't done that well. If you listen to Lori Brenner's Space, where she interviewed the CEO of Cryptoys, they refused to say how much they sold. They refused to say how much product they sold, and they refused to say how much product is left. You know, we figure it out. And they spent six figures in marketing, minimum. They are... I like them because I hear they're good people. I hear they are fun and they mean well. They got the Star Wars license, no easy feat. And on top of that, they go and they say they had, they didn't say this. Well, yeah, they did say they're basically following the blueprint of Vivi. Like, I remember when Paul Barron had said, "Oh, hey, there's, Cryptoys is the true definition of Web3 because they're talking about ownership." The CEO's view of ownership is to be able to buy and sell on a closed market. You're not going to be able to take those Cryptoys and put them on a ledger. A lot of the same things happening with Vivi. Their model is Vivi's model. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think that's a very good thing. Why? Because Vivi has the best proven system of success. And the fact that they're modeling their stuff off of Vivi, I think is really good for them. I think it's really bullish for them. And that makes me want to buy them more. That makes me want to go. That makes me like them more. I forget where I was going with this. Anyway, we're going to move on. Chainsaw. Okay, yep. Pavle Punch-Stanimirovic had 28 million OMI sent to him as a gift. People downtown sure are friendly. Comment down below if you get that reference. All right, we have one. Oh God, I'm talking for 50 minutes already. Okay, I've talked for 50 minutes. I will go and answer all of your questions right now. We got Zavaser saying, joining around the Comiiverse. I did not today. I just didn't have time, unfortunately. Zavaser says, what's up with 4chan? And Grumpy Cat, you sold, or no. Well, I did sell a bit of 4chan. But no, I never sold any Grumpy Cat. I put in 7K into Grumpy Cat. It's worth like 2K now. A loyal buddy of mine's put in 25K. He's going to dollar cost average. He's going to get more. They're both going to do very well, but you don't go up forever. They've both been at $30 million market caps. They're back down. 4chan has persisted a little bit better than Grumpy Cat. But 4chan had a couple exchanges list, and that's when the dump happened. So again, you have a lot of these people where people were in for the flip. They flipped. They were successful. They got their 30, 50, 100x, whatever. And now it's in people's hodlers' hands. In Grumpy Cat, you had a little bit of the same thing. They do need a little bit more volume, and they'll need a little bit more users, but everything's set up for Grumpy Cat. That will go up at some point. It just needs a little kick. When that happens, I'm not sure. I'm not selling. I put my bag in. I have my bag. I won't dollar cost average. I have this one more big purchase on Vivi. I have one more big purchase, and then it's all in on OMI after that. Where am I? Yeah. Oh, hi, silicone. He's like, hey, I just started my space. Want to join? Silicone. I'm working here. Maybe after I'm done. Anyway, Wes says, "Oh, give me those hearts. Thanks, Wes." RPM 87. We were just talking about you. All good things. All good things. Says, "I was drunk last night and bought 2 waltz. Started drinking again." It's amazing. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. RPM 87. Comment down below. Be advised, it's going to be like an hour until I'm like an hour behind on comments. But comment down below what you're thinking about buying tonight. I'll tell you if it's a good idea or not. Eddie Almeida says, what's everyone's favorite tokens beside OMI? Grumpy Cat and 4chan. Eddie says 35 to 37 Bitcoin this week, lads. Yeah, I think that's possible. So yeah, RPM 87. If you want to see that answer really quickly, just do like a $2 super chat. I'll answer it right away. Any super chats I get to right away, just because I'm about an hour and a half behind on the comments. So Eddie, 35 37,000 Bitcoin. What's it at right now? I know we had a decent day on it. Let's take a look. See. Let's go to the CoinGecko. They're accurate. 31.1. So we are. All right. It's pretty flat on the day. It's up like 0.1%. Same with Ethereum. Even the last, or that's the last hour. I'm sorry. The last 24 hours, Bitcoin's actually up 1.7%. Ethereum's up 1%. So that's actually pretty good. You've got, yeah, a decent amount of growth on there. Let's see what OMI's at. I think OMI was at, well, they've stayed at number 185, but they're up 3% to 0062. So that was good. They were at 0006 this morning, so they're actually up over the last X amount of hours. Where am I at? Hey, okay, moving on. Where was I? Oh yeah, Bitcoin. You know, how much goes up? How much does OMI go up? I mean, right now, again, there's not a ton of reason to buy. I mean, there is, because you know, it used to be secret what was coming. Like, oh, hey, you know, what is this OMI utility they're working on? What is this dev portal site they're working on? And then they roll it out, and then they bring it back, and then they roll out a new one. And this, I'm very, very excited what's happening. We will get OMI utility rolled out this quarter. Now, it's not all of it. You can't roll out all of it in one quarter, but you will have two things. You'll have the tier 0 rewards, which is the staking, and then you should have, and then you should have the bronze tickets, or whatever they're going to call them, the waitlist tickets that you're going to be able to buy with OMI. And then the amount of MCP points that you could not buy, but the more you stake, the more MCP points that you get. So if you're like me and you're a Diamond 1, I'm not a master, I'm kind of fluctuate between both. But if you're a Diamond 1 and you're only getting, what is that, like 700-ish points every day, and you go and stake, you'll be able to get a little bit more. What are the ratios? I don't know. If you stake 2,500, you get 5% more. If you stake 40,000, you get 100. You get double. You know, I don't know, but you know, we'll see. Moving on. Bill Gardner says, stack, 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 everybody. Yes, I'm trying. Vance Legstrong says, my Walt is finally over what I paid. My man, Vance Legstrong. Big Vance Legstrong. Getting that, bro. Let's go over a couple prices here, shall we? Let's shall. We got the partners. 125 in the market. It's at 3,600. All right, so it was at 4K. It's down a little bit, but again, it's up a good 75% of last week. The Todd was above 1,000. Let's see what he's at right now. Because he, 995, just shy. And then, after all, let's try the Reso as well. See what he is. He was at 2,100. He's at 1,900. So again, nothing goes up forever. You don't just, like, show me a chart that has nothing but green candles. You don't have that. You go up, you have a little pullback, consolidate, you go up again. Same thing with NFTs, same thing with Pokemon cards. Let's see what Spidey has. We'll do the Secret Rare Spidey. We've got Secret Rare Spidey at 7,900. There's two of them there. And let's do the Miles Morales as well. Let's see where he's at. Does it even show it on here? Oh, it doesn't. I have to type in Miles. I really want to see Ben Riley though. See what he's at. He's at 1,000. Not bad. And Spidey 2099. He's at 400. But yeah, let's take a look at Miles. We haven't taken a look at Miles all day. And we'll do the rare first. He's at 655. I had my boy buy a sub 100 of his for, I think at the time it was like, I think at the time it might have been like 720 or 7. It was really low. And now the cheapest sub 100 is $1,800. Love this game. All right, now let's do the ultra rare, which is at 975. So that's almost 1,000. That sub 100 is at 3,800. Heckin' wild. We won't bother doing the sub 100s. I guess we can. 13.5 for the Secret Rare Spidey. I want to do Luke's, and then I'll get back to comments real quick. I just want to. God, and there's another reason why I want to go Luke's. This is specifically to pump my bags here. All right, Secret Rare Luke is at, oh my God, 28.89. So it's pretty much at 2,900, $11 shy. You can get so with that, you can get a sub 50 Secret Rare Luke for 4,200. Number 48 is listed at 4,200 even. Not one of those guys, 42.99. So it shows 4,200. That should be the cheapest. No, there's number 79 for 4K. But if you're going to spend 4K, spend the extra $200 and get the sub 50. Again, just, yeah, straight up opinion, straight up collecting. All right, we'll take a look at the ultra rare. So 349, not bad. And the sub 100s on him, you can get a 59 for 1,100. You can get a number 97 for 725. So you can get a number 97 for barely over 2x the floor. For an ultra rare with this little midget is pretty good. You got the rare Luke Skywalker, 139. And he's got a decent amount of mints. I think a sub 100, he should be at $1,100. But you can get, there are 2 sub 100s that you could get right now for $700 each. Actually no, he's a rare. Should only be 6. Oh, okay, for a rare, hold on, 6. All right, we'll do the 140. He should be about $840 because for a rare guy like Luke, a rare one, you usually do a 6x the floor, so it'd be about $840. So these 700s are about what they are. They are a little undervalued, but I think Luke in general is just kind of a grail. And the cheapest sub 50 right now, you could buy number 47 for 1,600 gems. Now, why do I bring this up? One, because it's mine. One, because I have another big purchase I need to make. Now, I have 2 of the sub 50s. I have number 43. I have number 47. I have all of the number 43s, so that ain't going nowhere unless somebody wants to pay me $69,000, which is not worth it. The number 41's up there for 11K. I think the number 41 rare for 11K is not a bad deal. Do I think if you have the gems, not a bad idea. If you had 11,000 in your account and you want to put it there, I would say no, just buy OMI. But again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I would tell Dashi. Typically, if you want to do a sub 50 for a rare, it would be about 2x the floor of the sub 100s. Because the sub 100s should be about 840, this should be about 1680. But because the floors are of the rare right now, the sub 100s are only at about 700. Maybe you can make the argument for 1,400 that this should be for a sub 50. But if you want it, let me know. Work out a deal. I thought I had an agreement with someone, but they kind of didn't give me a definitive response. So I'll keep you posted. Anyway, let's get back to the comments here. We got Prince Toby said we got Randy using an axe when we can get a video of Randy using a chainsaw while the Chainsaw Man anime opening plays. Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be a good TikTok too. I had a chainsaw. I just didn't have I wanted to work out, so I was like, ugh. But I hurt my shoulder. My body hurts. I hurt my fingers. Got covered in boo-boos. There's a little boo-boo right there. Anyway. Doing some hydrating. All right, more comments. I'm finally up to the beginning of the video. RPM says, hello, Dashi. Oh, hello, everyone. Sorry, still an hour behind. Silicone Secure says, yo, what up? Vance Leg Strong says, bandwagon guy. My man. There's lots of people on the bandwagon. Felipe B says, hi. Felipe B has commented before saying that he got 100 million OMI. And there's so many people that are like, hey, I never thought I'd get this amount, and I'm super happy for everyone. I think this is going to be the one coin that will generate the most millionaires. because we've been down for so long, and because there's a lot of good educational videos out there that will tell you, hey, here's the catalyst for OMI. I made one 2 months ago. It's like a 28-minute video. Here's a catalyst for OMI. Here's what each one of them should do. You have Foster Hill, the Coin Wizard, going on talking about that. Even old videos from Taps Trades. You should make a new one. He's getting married next month. Gonna be awesome. I just spoke to him. He was in Vegas for a little bit. I don't know if people want me to tell people that. He was there for a quick thing. I won't say what. But he's fine. He's good. He's really happy. A little tired, but he's really happy. He's getting married next month. And then after that, at some point in September, start making videos again. A man's coming back. But yeah, there's just so much education out there, and there's so many smart people that are buying this. You know, this is becoming the perfect storm for OMI to. OMI's gonna make. I don't know if there's me and a couple of other people have already been millionaires because of OMI, so I don't know if we count because it's already happened. We're not like new ones. We're just returning. But this will make 100 millionaires, 1,000 millionaires. Like there's now, granted, there's about 59 million millionaires in the world. But depending on how long you hold on for, yeah, this is gonna be wild. Anyway, RPM says might change my Vivi username to Lil Walt Boy. Yo, do it, Lil Walt Boy, Lil Walt Boy. Van says Beach, The Purge. Not gonna say that. Squid Cat says, what up, Randy and Dashi? What up, Squid Cat? How's my man doing? He's a if you want to know how to, you could stake OMI, right? Or not stake OMI. You could stake a certain collectible right now known as the Golden Dragon. You get a little bit of OMI sent to you every single month. Why? Because Squid Cat's the man. Message him on Twitter. Meow Meow Maniac says, meow meow, what breed is Dashi? Is he like a shiny Pokemon variant of his breed? Yeah, pretty much. Well, he's a god dog, you know, so he's legendary. Kind of like Arcanine. Arcanine was supposed to fly back in the day. Even in the opening, you see him fly. Actually, no, you see Rapidash fly. Arcanine just runs at 3,000 miles an hour. He can run like 3,000 miles a night. Anyway, Dashi is a god dog, but I would say, you know, a little bit of Doberman in there, you know, a little bit of that with the ears. And definitely a shiny. Splash with gold. Cool Mo says, hey fam, bring the good word, Randy. What up, Cool Mo? How's it going, fam? Eddie Almeida says, anyone got the Greek space tokens linked to Dogeone? I do not. Blockchain Bullfrog says, it was a good video. Oh, thank you. Stan says, Vivi's survival through the fudge should be noted. It shows resilience. And what you should also note, who never stopped making videos through the bear market? It was I, the real Randy Chavez. I know, pat myself on the back, but damn it, sometimes you gotta deserve something like that. Anyway. Vance likes everybody's portfolio pumping. Yeah, pretty much. Been a good time. Squid Cat says, your update videos are banging. Don't change a thing. Oh, wait, thank you. Thank you, guys. I try. I might even do a video after this because there's so much more to go over. Vance Lakestrong says, World Series of Poker, baby. Yo, what up, Vance Lakestrong? Yeah, you get in that World Series. Oh, wow. We got a tweet here. Mo Collections says, this is why first appearance matters. Mind you the edition sizes and quality of each R2-D2 collectible. Is this R2-D2? I guess it is. Floor price, $280. The other floor price is $650. But it doesn't say which one is which. But it says market cap is almost 10x on the first appearance. Okay, there we go. First appearances have and always will rule collectible industries. Of course, there will be scarce grails too, but first appearances are my safe space. I gotta go and screenshot that because it's gotta be important for a video later. It's important. Okay, moving on. We got Jay Solo says, yes, I too would like a 4chan update, please. Again, they're good. Let me go and do a quick thing on the 4chan and on the Grumpy Cat. We'll do the Grumpy Cat first because that's what came up. Grumpy Cat has a $2 million market cap. God, that volume is atrocious. It's like 40,000. That is atrocious. Almost 3,000 wallets, give or take. Again, it just needs more volume, needs more wallet, and then as that happens, it'll continue getting good action. 4chan, on the other hand, oh man, again, these were both at $30 million market caps at one point. 4chan has a $6 million market cap, a little bit more volume at 665,000. It had millions for a while. So did Grumpy Cat. And again, they're both going to do really well. It's just you had a big run up, had a massive pullback, and it'll go again. There's tons of people in it. There's a lot more people getting into it. It's just currently they need currently they just need a little more people, a little more volume. And again, a lot of the devs, a lot of people are taking care of that. Here's me in 2016. Me and my friend decided to recreate the. I'm in the front with the reflector belt on. It was we're just recreating that scene from Titanic. The Jack, I'm flying. Anyway, Skinny Pete says Big Daddy Chavez. Yo, what up, Skinny Pete? Uncle Drew says other way around. Messi to Miami. Cristiano Ronaldo to Saudi. Oh, was it? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I messed those up. Mr. 100 Set says, Randy, are you collecting the Hulks? I should be. The Hulks are awesome. Okay, Hulk is an Avenger. Everyone now knows the Hulk. He's going to have his solo movie, finally. Yeah, he's Thunderbolt Ross, which doesn't really he kind of hates Bruce Banner. He's going to have a big part to play in Captain America 4. You might even see him on Secret Invasion, so that'll be really cool. We might even get a Marvel Mighty out of Secret Invasion. We might actually get that. I would love to see a Nick Fury Marvel Mighty from Secret Invasion at San Diego Comic-Con, because every year Marvel does do a Comic-Con exclusive Marvel Mighty. In 2021, they did at New York Comic-Con. It was Captain Peggy Carter, and then in the Comic-Con last year at San Diego, it was a chimichanga truck, like the Deadpool chimichanga truck. He loves chimichangas. So this year, I think it would be really boss. And they've only done 2 Mighty sets. They're going to do minimum of 2 more. They might even do 3 more. And one of them is going to be a Comic-Con exclusive. I don't know which one, but I'd be hoping for July because that's soon. But October would be cool too. And then they have 2 other sets. One of them is going to be the Marvels. So it's going to be Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, Monica Rambeau. Maybe Nick Fury is going to be it for that one because he'll be in that movie as well. But it's going to be those 3. And then, I don't know, Jude Law coming back. I don't know. There's going to be maybe they'll have some Skrulls, maybe some Talos. But there's going to be some wicked ones. It's going to be awesome. I would say outside of that, you have stuff from the Loki series, but we already have Loki. We already have Alligator Loki. Now, we don't have Kid Loki. We don't have Superior... Well, I guess Alligator Loki is Superior Loki. You don't have Kid Loki. You don't have, the old school Loki with his old uniform. You don't have Owen Wilson, his character. You don't have a lot of the TVA in general. You don't have Jonathan Majors. I mean, I guess you do have him as Kang, but it's not a Jonathan... Anyway, so it might not be for the Loki series. You might get one for Echo. Although Echo, they're not really thinking is going to do that well, because they're not, for most things for Marvel, what they do, they release it week by week on Disney+. But for Echo, they're just going to release it all in one day. Like, here you go. They just don't think it's going to be that good. I think it will be, because you're going to have the Daredevil in it, you're going to have Kingpin in it, and then you're going to have the Daredevil Born Again. It's going to be 20 episodes. It's going to be really, really long. And you're going to have Vincent D'Onofrio come back as Kingpin. They're going to do the Mayor Kingpin storyline, where he runs for mayor of New York City. People forget the transgressions that he did back in the Netflix series, and they're going to forgive him for that, and Jessica Jones is going to be kidnapped. It's going to be heckin' wild. I can't heckin' wait. Oh my god, it's going to be so cool. Anyway, moving on. No, I'm not collecting Hulks. I should be, and there are many people that are collecting Hulks. I'm going to say out of the 4,400 Hulks, you have multiple people that have dozens of Hulks. So there's a lot. That sold out. Red Hulk sold out. Maestro will sell out eventually, just because, you're going to need... Well, I guess you don't need that many of him, because you could only get 1,100 airdrops. So you're not going to need that many Maestros, but you will eventually, especially as, trailers for Secret War comes out. It's like, oh, why so many Hulks? There's going to be... All of the Hulks that we're seeing right now are going to be in Secret Wars. They're going to be in Avengers 5 and 6. It's going to be nuts. Drops. All right, we'll go to Maestro right now and see what he's at. How many have been sold? So there's 946 left. Regular Hulk is at $86. Maestro should be below. Yeah, he's at 44. There's a few below. Red Hulk could be at 129. Hey yo, Red Hulk be pumping. Darth Chaos says hello there. Oh, General Darth Chaos. So again, be advised, when you get the ultra rare Hulk, whether it is Mr. Fix-It Hulk, whether it is Gladiator Hulk, Worldbreaker Hulk, whatever it is, there's going to be tons of Hulks. Whatever that one is going to have 1,111 mints. Meaning, because Vivi keeps 90, you're going to have 1,021 mints. Out of those 1,021 mints, there are going to be a couple of people that get that Hulk that do not have the rest. And you need everyone to have a full set in order to get that airdrop. So there are probably going to be less than 1,000 of those airdrops. Whatever that is, I don't know, but these have all been first appearances so far. So Mr. Fix-It should be the next one. Like Gladiator Hulk isn't exactly like a form of, that wouldn't be a first appearance. That's just Bruce Banner in another outfit. Worldbreaker Hulk is the same thing. It wouldn't be Bruce Banner. It's still Bruce Banner, but he just gets super angry. For Mr. Fix-It, it's a whole different Hulk. So I'm gonna guess it's gonna be that one. Anyway. Chaos, hello there, General Chaos. Silicone Secure says, like I said on Pirate's channel, people will wait for the first pump. They will. People just be waiting for those green candles. They love to chase those green candles. They won't buy when it's boring. They'll buy when it's exciting. And they'll go and do that over and over again. And I love it. Pump my bags. Silicone Secure says, we are heading towards a bull Vivi market. Locked up gems is just an excuse. Yeah, Locked Up Gems is definitely part of it, but I think a small part. Like, again, I think around 18% part. Most of the rest of it is positive sentiment from the team, from people saying, hey, the team's doing really, really well. It is 100% difference than what it was 2 years ago. It was insane 2 years ago. Like, we didn't have a marketplace. When we did have a marketplace, it would close down during drops. It was nuts. And then it got better, slowly but surely. You know, you couldn't get in it. Everything was glitching. And again, why I wasn't freaking out was because I saw it with Earth 2 before. Tried to log on the website, crash. Tried to buy tiles, crash. Try to collect essence, crash. Why? Because there were so many people. It's so popular that the servers just couldn't handle the load. And again, like, people saw it with the crafting. You had these fudders that are like, oh, they can't even do something as simple as crafting. They got it fixed in one day. In one heckin' day. This is a completely different team, and I thoroughly enjoyed this team 2 years ago. This is a completely different team with some of the best tech that you could have. You know, if you loved it when the team wasn't this good, what do you think of it now? Oh my God, bet the freaking house. And I mean that literally. I mean, not financial advice to you, Dashy. Convince our landlords to sell the house for more OMI. Vance Like Strong says, Locked Up Gems doesn't lead to people putting cash into the app. That's how prices rise. Good point, good point. You do have people putting in cash into the app just in general, just because they want to get other stuff. And again, some people didn't buy Partner Statue at 2,100. They're buying them at 3,800. Some people didn't buy Riso at 1,400. They're buying them at 2K. Some people didn't buy the Tods at 600. They're buying them at 1,000. This is stupid. This is so easy to read. Stan says, is there a trend of people choosing collectibles over OMI? If so, why? Yeah, I mean, it would have been most likely, much more valuable to go and instead of spending $8,000 on Luke's, to just get another 10 million OMI. I'd have 180 million by now. But why? I don't have an emotional attachment to OMI. OMI's just a thing. OMI's gonna make me freaking rich. But it's not it's not something that gives me nostalgia. Luke gives me nostalgia. I'm so happy I'm not one of those vets of PTSD. Luke gives me nostalgia. A lot of these things give me nostalgia. It makes me want to, gets me in the feels, you know? OMI doesn't get me in the feels. OMI is a surefire way to make me Deca millionaire, maybe 100 millionaire eventually. It's just not, it's whatever. Luke Skywalker will rise, not at a commensurate rate as the same as OMI. Luke's already rise. I bought my number 43 Secret Rare Luke for like 2,200. What do you think that guy's worth now? I mean, the floor in general is 2,900. Number 43, quite a bit more. Ultra rare 43 Luke Skywalker I bought for 660. Ain't no more. There's multiple thousands of dollars now. The rare 43, I paid a lot for him, but that was to complete the set. So, I paid a couple grand for it, but again, that was to complete the set. Moving on. But yeah, so that's why people choose collectibles. Like, I think there's a lot of people, like, I don't want to name names, but there's a bunch of people that buy a bunch of stuff, and they have almost no OMI. Because, again, they don't want to buy when it's boring. They want to wait for that use case to happen. And it's like, okay, well, why? Why don't they want to buy down here? Well, because technically it's riskier down here when there's no OMI utility. When it's finally implemented and it does like a 3x, well, it's safer at that point because it's finally implemented. It's finally done. It's, you can't take it away. And that's what people will do. They don't mind paying a 3x premium on what it is now because it's dirt cheap now. When it goes to a penny, several pennies, 10 cents, it's not going to matter. We're all going to be rich AF anyway. And you also have, again, collectibles have risen. Like there's been like what 30% on average, and again, it's a lot of the grails. Luke's been rising, Logo's been rising, partner statue. All these grails are rising, and OMI's kind of been flat. So if you had 100 grand 2 months ago and you bought all these grails, you'd have like 200 grand now. Where if you bought OMI, it's like, oh, okay, you still have the same amount of OMI. The idea was that you'd be able to sell some of your NFTs for OMI. That is probably not going to happen for several months. That doesn't mean that OMI won't rise. Again, OMI will rise for other reasons. You're going to have a couple of use cases with them, but they did delay OMI to NFT. Hopefully that happens in Q4. Hopefully it happens this year. We'll see. But that's why some people are doing that. Silicone Secure says people are still putting gems in the app. Yeah, over 1 million a week. Raythax, thank you so much for the super chat. Saying, just want to stop by and share that Daddy Raythax just got engaged to his girlfriend. I gotta go give you a big hug, big kiss, and I'll shoot you a text later. Silicone Secure says, nice, congrats. Raythax, one of my earliest supporters on this, on the YouTube journey. Mr. 100 says, imagine when we have OMI to NFT, you will see insane prices on Spider-Man Secret Rare. Walt, Todd, Batman, yeah. OMI to NFT, oh my God, I don't even know. I won't say who it is. I know somebody with 10 times the amount of OMI that I have. That has a couple collectibles, but we'll go ham on collectibles when we get OMI to NFT. And again, this person has 10 times the amount of OMI that I, probably more than that. But this person is going to go very, very hard. And that's going to be a lot of, that's going to be a lot of OMI being burned because a lot of fees are going to be burned. And it's just a big use case. It's a big use case. So yeah, you'll see a lot. Anyway, Miss 100 says, imagine what, just read that. Skinny Pea says, nice, Raythax. Very nice. How much? Ooh, thank you guys for 50 likes on this video. Oh, that means the world to me. 50 likes is awesome. You got a message from the... Kobe Collect says, God bless anyone investing in this thing. Never saw a closer thing to a cult on Twitter until I saw Hex. Oh God, you do not want to buy Hex. You do not want to get into that. Kobe says, it's weird talking to Hex investors and I try to avoid it at all costs. I don't want to know your world. Founders, owners are massively important to me. TrevinJames.e says, the fact that they filmed this man selling his house for $240,000, 240,000 Hex is wild. 240,000 is $1,800 now. Jesus, yeah. Again, Richard Hart, one of the biggest scam artists out there. This is no doubt of security. Wes says that, real Randy Chavez. Yeah, I would never ever invest any penny with that man. Anyway, moving on here. Mr. 100 says, agree, Silicone, the cash out people are long gone from the app. Blended Oreos, floors increase. Yo, floors increase like a mother flapper, and it's been great. It's been awesome. Vance Like Strong says, moon soon. Hell yeah, brother. CryptoCosmos17 says, congrats, Raythax. We should all congrats, Raythax. We'll give a cheers to him. My man, Raythax. Drinks all around. Can't wait to go to the wedding. Smarty Pants says, what's good, Randy? Just back from my workout. I'm committing 1,000 to 20,000 goal for the Grumpy Cat community wallet. Wow. For that CEX listing, we only need 2K more, I think. Let's go. Let's go. So this is what I was talking about with the listings. We have a community wallet. People donate. You get more. You get listed. You pay the fee, and you get listed. Grumpy Cat to the moon, baby. Stevo says, since June 27th, there's been 83 new wallets. Oh. So wait, really? I thought that we had... Oh, okay. All right, disregard. I'm an idiot. I was thinking about... Never mind. Which is good. Silicone Secure says, I've been in for over 2 years. This was just a cycle. Rinse and repeat. 100%. Silicone says, people are left contemplating while the market runs. People do be crazy, though. This 100 says, congrats, Wraithax. Hope you have a prenuptial. If not, hide your OMI tokens. I think they've lived together for a while. They've come on stream on date night where like, hey, my girlfriend wants you to kiss Dashy, and I did for them. They gave me $50 to do so, so yeah, I did. Silicon Secure says, agreed, but lots of wallets have been sidelined. New wallets aren't the full picture. Also agreed. Crazy Dan 420 is happy Independence Day to all Americans. We got a couple hours left, and then suddenly it's the birthday of America. Heck yeah. JKRB says, more power to you, Silicon. Stevo says, I'd like to purchase gems data from the past few days. Oh, I'd like to see. Yeah, ask Puddin Cheeks. Oh, maybe don't. He's going to get flooded with emails or DMs. Prince Toby says, if you're a Pokemon, what would your elemental type be and your attacks? Actually, Prince Toby, somebody made a Pokemon card out of me years ago. I'll find it for you and I'll show it right now. It was, so this was the photos from like 2009 maybe. And Randy Chavez, I have 9,001 HP. I have fire because I'm a fire type. My two attacks are the Anywhere Punch, which does 120 damage, and then it's epic. And then I have the Ali Shuffle, which confuses the opponent. Only two fire energies for that, but my weakness is water, but I'm resistant to fighting, psychic, and electric attacks. 3-star retreat cost. Anyway, somebody made that of me like years ago, and obviously you could tell I was super lean. I was super ripped. I have a Razer cell phone in my hand. Yeah, wild times. Anywho, so Cones, thank you, JKRB. V Fox usually tracks this. She does. Sellout, not so important anymore. For most people, agreed. It's people that know, agreed. People want significance, not every set. Also agreed. Alright, where is it? Planet Vampire says, crafting and other mechanics are going to have high mint collectibles burning like the herp. I'll read that again. Crafting and other mechanics are going to have high mint collectibles burning like the herp. Oh my god, that is one of my favorite comments that I think I've ever gotten. Alright, we're going to put this on here so that I can... Ooh, I am low on the battery. Alright, there we go. Okay, moving on. Let me make this a little not as bright here. Save on the battery. All right. Stevo says, people keep claiming it's trap gems, but if there's a lot of new gems being purchased, then that argument has holes in it. Agreed. 100,000%. Tons of new gems being purchased all the time. Crazy Dan 420 says, my vault value is up 40%. Let's go. The Real Deal says, 80 peeps watching. We growing, fam. 70 now, but yeah, we had like 90 before. The Real Deal says, just happy Randy has an actual shirt. It is a Taco Bell shirt. It is, and look, I got Taco Bell on the back. It's better than the front. Ow, my hips. Ow, my other hips. Oh. All right, moving on. Silicon Secure says, agreed. Trap gems is a good excuse. Omar Casada says, hi all. What's up, Omar? Silicon says, what we need is market velocity. Silicon also says, turn up velocity, and the market does what the market does. Meaning when there's a lot more action. Yeah, agreed. A lot market's gonna run. Prince Toby says, what we need is Randy to get back to 8,999 subs, because he is now down to 8,980 subs. Yeah, I lost like 15 subscribers over the last like 2 days. I don't know. I think because I didn't post like a normal video, and people was like, heck, this guy. So I still posted a video, but it was a short. It wasn't a normal one. Anywho, Silicon's laughing. Zebos, what do you mean by velocity, like stronger? Crazy Dan 420 says, I think it seems like people are becoming more positive around Bull is just around the corner. Yes, you have all of these different, companies, and they're not just like, oh, it's $100 million company. No, you have multi-trillion-dollar companies, like Deutsche Bank, like Fidelity, like BlackRock, that are going and buying for these Bitcoin ETFs. This is freaking nuts. Never thought I'd see the day, but we got it. Smarty Pants says, yeah, my vault combined is at 326,000. Damn, Sparty Pants, you're going nuts. Silicone Secure says, gotta go. Good chat. Congrats to all the vaults on the rise. Thank you, Silicone. Thank you. Thank you. Are you still on the Spaces? See if you're on the Spaces. Like us on Facebook. Is he on the Spaces? Oh, yes. He's on Vivi Market Talk. Anyway, moving on here. JKRB says, people are stacking. That's why prices are going up. Simple as that. Yeah, hell yeah, they stacking. Mr. 100 says, yeah, Dr. Rolex is one of them. Stacking. He's like, it's an animal. We have a lot of animals here. And... because again, they know what's going to happen. There's going to be so many freaking legends that are born out of this. Oh my god, so many legends are going to come out of here worth 9 figures. There will be some that'll be worth 7. There's some people in Vivi and OMI right now that will be billionaires. I don't think I'll be one of them, but who knows. Crazy Dan 420 says, have a great day, Silicone. Ooh. Silicone says, movement of transaction buys and sells. Agreed. And that's more money for OMI or for Vivi as well. Seasoned Curly's says, boom shakalaka Randy. OMI gonna go boom boom in 2 weeks. No questions. I can feel it. It might. Silicone jumping in spaces. Cheers. Shakespeare says, good evening. Todd is on fire. Oh, heck yeah, he is. Eddie Almeida says, swap most of my ETH for Z, EWT, and OMI. Let's go. I love this game. And the dollar's looking pretty strong too. You have a lot of the yuan that had, the Chinese yuan that was really given to a lot of countries in Africa, because Africa is China. Woo! There we go. Let's go. Africa is China's China. And what I mean by that is the same thing that a lot of US companies did to China, like, hey, let's outsource our work to China so we get a lot of cheap labor. That's what China's doing to Africa. They're going to a lot of these countries, a lot of these communities. They're building railroads and they're doing XYZ, and they're giving a lot of these countries yuan to pay them in. And what happens? The yuan is immediately being traded for dollars, immediately being exchanged. And Chinese yuan not doing so hot. That US dollar, America, and what you're going and seeing especially is, that's good for America. But then America went and said, hey, not only they're not just sanctioning Russia, they're sanctioning all these different countries. And I'll talk about this in another video, but they're sanctioning all these different countries, and all these different countries are like, hey, maybe I don't want to use the dollar. Well, they can't use the yuan because nobody wants the yuan as well. A lot of people are going to buy gold. A lot of people are going to buy silver. A lot of people are going to buy Bitcoin. A lot of people are going to go into crypto. What other things are they going to do in their portfolio? Oh, hey, collectibles. Now, I'm not saying they're going to go in, well, Pokemon cards would be really good, but yeah, collectibles are an asset. They're going to buy land, they're going to buy real estate, they're going to buy gold, they're going to buy crypto, and guess what? They're going to go and buy collectibles. That is going to be a decent percentage of a lot of people's portfolios, because you have to diversify. What better way to get in than to buy the first appearance of Mickey Mouse on the blockchain? Jesus, tap dancing Christ, that is going to go to the moon. The moon. Where was I? Eddie Almeida says the rest is in a liquid staking derivative. Very nice. Smarty Pants says Grumpy Cat won that Slum Doge Millionaire Twitter poll by a landslide just about an hour ago. I got to take a look at that because I haven't talked about that in a while. Well, I'll go and put it on the thing next time. Hold on, up there. Da, 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 da. Where is the poll? Da, 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 da. I know I voted for Grumpy Cat. Oh yeah, landslide. Slumdo says, based on some long-term meme coins I hold, let's see which community is the strongest. Grumpy Cat won by a heckin' landslide. Oh yeah, not even heckin' close. Sea King says, hey Randy, would you sell Ultra Rare Luke for a 5x return today or HODL long-term? Love the scarcity. The only concern is there are 3 first appearances of him within the set, reducing the appeal. So the Ultra Rare is kind of like the red-headed stepchild. You have the rare that is animated. It's awesome. The sub 100s on him do mean more than the others because there's a lot more of the 3 and 4 digits. And then, I mean, the others don't even have 4 digits. And then the secret rare is the scarcest. But the difference between the ultra rare is that. The difference between the ultra rare and the secret rare is a light pose, and that's it. So even though I think that the ultra rare Luke is the third best, he's still a freaking great. Like these, I mean, they're both the ultra rare, or I'm sorry, the secret rare is going to get to that grail status. Like it's, and I'm not saying he's not a grail. I'm saying that when I think of grail, I think I mean something that's out of reach for most people. Like secret rare Miles Morales, grail. Why? Because he's already in the 5 figures. Wait until this bull market. That dude will be $50,000, $100,000, no problem. But I think that as far as growth goes, probably easier for the Luke to go to 1,000, the rare Luke to go to 1,000 than it is for the secret rare to go to 30,000. You know, so if you wanted to do that, all right, what is it? A sub 100? No, this is normal rare. Never a bad idea to take a profit. I think Luke is one of those things that he'll go up long term. If there's not something else that you want to buy that's super discounted, I would just keep Luke. I'll keep the ultra rare. Maybe if you want to sell them for a couple of rares, I don't think that would be a bad idea. I think you definitely do that. Brendan, I finally got first Todd last week. 3-digit mint for less than current floor. Let's go. Awesome. Rapungus says, would you rather buy a rare Luke or a Todd? Oh. When you say a rare... Oh, okay. You mean my rare Luke. That's hard. So mine's a sub 50, and I know where the rest of the sub 50s are. I actually know where the 50 is also. I know where all of the sub 50s and the 50 rare Luke are. The only one, if I wasn't doing this big deal, like the big deal that I need to sell this for, I would buy the one that's 1,800. I would keep my number 46 because I do not want to sell him. Or I'm sorry, my 47. I would keep my number 47 because I do not want to sell him. And I would buy the number 46 Luke for 1,800. The reason why I'm selling my number 47 Luke for 1,600 right now, and again, if you want to do a deal right now, like right now, super chat, I mean, message, DM me, say you're going to DM me, and I'll do a deal right now on live for you. I'll work with you a little bit, but the reason why I'm not is because I have this big purchase that I'm going to do, and then after that, I'm not selling anything until Pokemon comes out, if we have Pokemon. I don't know if we do. I'm just going to go in on OMI, and, you know, if I need anything, I'll put more gems in, but this is the last thing that I will sell for a long... Unless somebody wants to give me a ridiculous amount on the number 43 Luke Skywalkers, 30,000, you know, I'll get it done for that. I will not do it. Like, you could offer me 20K right now. That's a no. No, it's too much. Or that is too little for what that is. That number 43 set of Lukes is going to be worth too much. But that would be the last. And once you guys find out what I'm buying, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Might be stupid. It's probably stupid. It's probably not the smartest idea. I'll tell you, it should only be a couple days. Like, I just need to sell the Luke, do something, and then, you know, I'll get it done. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, but how the Todd is. That Todd, the floor of a Todd, is going to be worth 5 figures again at some point. Like, it'll be worth $10,000. Now, the secret rare Luke, which is so again, there are only 59 sub 100 Lukes. There are only 9 sub 50 Lukes. And I know where all of them are. Me and the number 46 are the last ones available. Number 47, 46 are the last ones available. The rest of them are not going to be bought for... I'll see what the other ones are right now, and I'll read them out to you, and I'll tell you if it's like, oh, hey, you can get this for real or not. No. I know who... the 41's up there for 11K. I wouldn't blame someone for buying that, but okay. There is... I know who has the number 42. I have the number 43. I know who has the 44. The number 45 is owned by Mr. 41.eth. The 46 and 47 are up there now. And I know who has the 48 and 49. My friend Ernie has a 49, and this other Vivi whale, he's in the top. He's in the top 100 wallets. He might even be in the top 50 wallets. He has the 48. So I know where all of these are, and they're not selling. The only ones that are conceivable to get are the 46 and 47 for these prices, 16 and 1800. Which again, I kind of want to get it done. If you want, offer me 1500 right now, I'll take it. And then comment down below best offer. And the number 41, I could see going for 5 figures. It's listed at 11K. They might do negotiation. Somebody might list that for 8K. But that's the only other thing that I could see selling. The other ones are not going to sell. Not for a long time. And again, if I didn't have this thing that I was going to purchase, I would take off my number 47 and I would buy that 46. Because I would. Anyway, moving on. John Doe says, check out a video on the proper way to swing an axe. A lot easier, get more momentum and force behind. So I couldn't get a lot, because I'm a lefty, I couldn't get a lot of it because there was a pool right next to me. So I tried to I couldn't get that swing. For the righty I could, but I'm not, as much of a righty. And I just did it for real quick. Yo, Cody Thrive says, Cody, we were just talking about you before. All good things. Cody Thrive says, I gave you a shout out in my new video, Randy. Yo, Cody, been talking about you tonight too. I'll mention you in my next video too. Can't wait. Good times. Mr. 100 says, Cody in the house, the real OG. Cody Thrive never sold out, unlike the other pretenders. Cody never sold. He had never sold a. He still has his Secret Rare Spider-Man. He might have sold a couple of things, like, sell one thing to get another type of deal. But no, I don't. And Cody, you got to get some of that OMI too. We got to talk. You got to get some OMI. Anyway, Vivi Wheels says, what up, homie? Yo, what up, Wheels? Jordan Reese says, Randy. The Wheels says, what up, Jordan? Chago Solis says, hey. Oh, hello, Chago Solis. Hope you're doing well. What was that? Jordan Reese says, yo, Vivi Wheels. Mr. 100 says, hoping for the Gray Hulk as the airdrop. That'd be cool. That'd be dope. The real OG. Jordan Reese says, yeah, OMI is easy to sell because it's a token. The collectibles are way harder, in my opinion. 100% agree, Randy. Yeah. What he means by that, I guess both, is just like, it's easier to sell OMI because there's no emotional attachment. But when he says hard to sell collectibles, yeah, you do have to put it at the floor, maybe a little below floor, and it's technically harder. It's not instant. It takes a couple minutes or an hour or so. Vance Like Strong says NFT equals token. Cody Thrive says, I'm one of them. I have no OMI. I just love the collectibles. Call me. Collectibles are great, but yeah, you need to get some of that OMI. It is imperative. It would behoove you to get them. Who is this? What is this notification at? Somebody's got the number 41 Superman listed up for 18K. Probably worth it eventually. Would I buy it now? Probably not. Joshua Brennan says, looking for the next thing to pump. Thor Secret Rare hasn't moved yet, and he's still at 199. He's a first appearance, and he's animated, but there's just so many other cheaper options. You have the Ultra Rare, and the Rare, and the Uncommon, and the Common. There's just a lot of him, and there are other cheaper options. Like with the partner statue, there's no cheaper options. With the Todd, I would say technically too, but there's a lot of other Batman options. Like if you really like Batman, and you don't really know or care who Riso or the Todd is, it's like, well, I'll get the Batman that I like the most. For me, it happens to be the Riso because he's super yoked. For Luke Skywalker, there's cheaper options. You can get the Secret Rare for almost $3,000, or you can get the Ultra Rare for not even $1,000, or you can get the Rare. It doesn't even have to be sub 100. The Rare could be less than $200. Yeah, that partner is no cheaper option. Mr. 100 says, when you're able to sell your grails for OMI, then you'll see OMI Moon. I mean, you'll see it rise before then, but yes, agreed. That'll definitely help. JKRB says, I want to buy OMI in the Vivi app. You'll be able to at some point. We're just not sure when. They have that on the list. That's going to be one of the things that they're going to do. But again, we just don't know. We just don't know when. We just don't have a timeline on it. Who did something? Oh, God. What is this? Nope. Don't care. Oh, wow. You go sleeping. Okay, moving on here. What was that? RPM87 says, can you explain why someone would spend OMI on an NFT when OMI has more potential for ROI in the NFT? Well, the reason why my friend is doing it is, again, he has more than enough OMI. Again, about 10x what I have, maybe more. Why he would do that is just, hey, I don't want to spend money on this. Let me go and spend some of this OMI. Remember in that scene in Infinity War where one of Thanos' children is like, we have blood to spare. He's got OMI to spare. And that's one of the things, like, I have a very addictive personality. I'm an addict, and I will probably use some of my OMI to buy Vivi NFTs. And it's not because I don't believe in OMI. It's not because, it's just because there's some things that I want, and it's very hard to say no to. It's like when you're trying to be healthy and someone offers you a cookie, they offer you a drink. Like, oh, I shouldn't, oh, and then you take the cookie, and then you drink the drink. It's hard. It's hard, and people already have a hard time saying no. Like, I shouldn't buy it, and then they buy it. It's just things that you want, and you get. And a lot of people don't have that delayed gratification. They have that instant. Oh, let me buy this. He's like, yes, I got it. And then again, it's that flex. If you have a couple million OMI or 10 million, you don't even have to have a lot. You have a couple million OMI. You're not flexing that. You're not flexing your 4 million OMI. You're not flexing your 5 million OMI. But you could flex this walt that you just purchased. You could flex this that you just purchased. So some people that want to get that serotonin dump, why do some people buy like supercars? It's to go and post on Instagram to get the likes. It's to go and post now obviously Cody Thrive, he has that money. He's able to use that as production value in his videos, and people, some people take him more seriously. People take him seriously in general, but other people take him more seriously. Oh, he's got a Lambo. He's got money. I better listen. But some people, again, he has a reason to do that. He has a major platform, a few of them. But for a lot of other people, they just do that for likes on Instagram. I literally knew a woman that had kids, just so she could brag to other people, oh, I have kids. Oh, this woman has kids. Now I'm going to get pregnant. I'm going to get a kid. I thought that was the stupidest reason to have kids. But anyway, you have that in every facet of life. And I'm not wrong. This is not a majority of people, but this is a good amount of people that will go and bring life into the world just to show off, just to compete with another woman. It is freaking ridiculous. You think people aren't doing that with NFTs? You think, easily, especially when we're in this kind of close, tight-knit community, and you can show off, especially again, 99.5% of my viewers are male. And they're in that 25 to 45, 50, 54-year-old range. There's a decent amount of men in general, that just do not get any. They just do not get any action. They're not sexually active. One of the ways to go and try to separate yourselves from the pack is to go say, hey, look, I have a Walt. Hey, look, I have a Secret Rare Spidey. Hey, look, I have the first set, a Todd, and a Reese. Now, I don't have any of those things. Why? Because they ain't that important to me. Well, the things are, but not the showboating, whatever it is. People will go and do that just to try to impress the super small minority. I've seen it before. I've seen it. It's insane. But that's sometimes it works. So yeah, that's why certain people would spend OMI for NFTs, despite OMI having a much higher potential ROI than anything else. What was I? Falcon says, what was the stacking info for the Golden Dragon again? Just realized I have 2 in my collection. You can get double the prizes here. All you have to do is go to, where is he? Go to Squid Cat. Oh God. Squid Cat over on Twitter. It is at Mike Cat with 2 T's 4. That's it. And then shoot him a message and be like, hey, how do I do this staking Golden Dragon thing? And then he'll tell you. Big A says, I'm bullish on Vivi. With the current regulation environment, I'm bearish on OMI. I actually sold all my OMI last month and bought Matic at 54 cents. Looking good so far, up 35%. It's a pretty impressive flip. I think you had a decent amount of OMI too. If you're doing that so you could flip back into, I get it, regulatory listen, I don't, we go over a couple scenarios here. You could have one scenario where, yeah, we'll do bear case, bull case, and base case for regulatory concerns. It came out not too long ago that rumor, but a pretty easy rumor, that Elizabeth Warren would make Gary Gensler Fed chairman if he had gone and done some victories for the Democrats, did away with crypto, really fight against crypto. Then rumors started happening. Oh, hey, Gary Gensler is not long for the SEC, going to be out of here. And that came as a result of Gary Gensler, being super bearish on crypto, super fighting on crypto. But it came off the heels of him being very close with Binance years ago, offering them to be an advisor. And then he had a very close relationship with what's his name at FTX. So he's not getting nothing now. Bear case scenario, Washington is not 80% corrupt. They're 100% corrupt. They don't care about what just happened. They let Gary Gensler, I don't think Congress is going to allow it, because Congress might be a bunch of bumbling idiots, but they do not like seeing power getting taken away from themselves. I do not believe Congress will allow the SEC to go and make laws about crypto. If Congress wants to go and they want to outlaw crypto, if they want to outlaw whatever, Congress will do it. They're not going to give that power to the SEC. Like, you can make an argument and say, like, oh, well, they're a bunch of feckless idiots. Sure, but they're not always incompetent, especially when it comes to giving up power. They're not going to do that to Gary Gensler. They're not going to give up their power to Gary Gensler. They will do it themselves if it's going to happen. Gary Gensler will not make that call. Now, again, it's my opinion, but been in that space for a while. I know a lot of people in that space. Like, I'm friends with politicians in that space. But yeah, bear case scenario, Gary Gensler could go and outlaw crypto and everything's hacked. Everything's a security. Bull case scenario is that Gary Gensler gets canned. We get Trump in there in 2024 and everything's hunky-dory. Crypto goes to the moon. There are absolutely no regulations. There are no securities. Only hits 55 cents. Now, my base case scenario, what most likely happens is that you take a look at some of the bad things might happen, some of the good things might happen with regulatory clarity. I don't want to say that everything... Here's another bear case scenario, but it might not be that bad. The bear case scenario that's light bear is that everything becomes a security except for ETH and Bitcoin, and everyone just pays a security fine, and that's it. That is not the most likely, but that is possible, and I think that would be fairly easy. Everything's a security. You just pay a fine. It's not going to be billions of dollars, $1 million, whatever it is. Vivi can afford it. And then boom, done. Vivi might even have to pay it. Other people will probably pay it, but Vivi will definitely pay it. But most likely scenario is that, hey, Vivi has a really good team. Vivi has people that know people that are at the table. And again, if you are not at the table, a lot of times you wind up being what's for dinner. Ain't happening to Vivi. I'm telling you right now, it's not happening to Vivi. Obviously, I can't make any arguments against you buying Matic and it up 35%. Super awesome. Matic will probably keep going up. Earth 2 is on Polygon Matic. It's very good. It'll probably continue going up for quite a while. When does OMI go up? I don't know. Could you time it? Sure. Can you time it consistently? No. But I think I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you to at some point sell your Matic and get back into OMI, and to put a lot of stuff into OMI. Now again, I would say that's a Dashi. I would say that's, I think I do know you a little bit better than other random people on the internet. This is not financial advice, but that's what I've done. That's what I'll continue to do. OMI has a lot more ROI potential than anything else out there that's safe. Well, OMI is safer than any meme coin that could potentially out-earn it, and it has the higher potential than anything else that's safer than it, like Bitcoin, ETH, Polygon Matic, Binance, Cardano, much higher rate of return. And if you You could try to argue against it. You won't be successful. Again, diversify. That's fine, but that's just my opinion. RPM 87 is the LMAO. Cody Thrives says the vibe's a good man. Vibe strong. JKRB says Cody Thrive. When are you going to start buying in Vivi? Who says he hasn't? Joshua Brennan says think things are going to keep pumping until cash out. Well, again, you know, most people haven't had cash out anyway. It's only Americans that had it, and then they took it away. And, you know, but yeah, you know, we'll have a little bit of a dip when you cash out, but not everyone. Omar says nice shirt. Thank you, Omar. Coda Commander says, what's up, everyone? Yo, what up, fam? Vance Legstrong's 25 minutes till World Series of Poker starts. I actually have a buddy that's at the final table, I think, in the World Series of Poker. He's at one of the tables. Yeah. Just me says Star Wars for the win. Let's go. Vivi-versity! Oh my god, Eva, how are you? It is... I'm only 11 minutes behind now. It was good. I was an hour and a half behind before. Eva, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing awesome. The guy says, oh wow, Eva, haven't seen you in forever and ever. Let's make this last forever. Sorry. How you been? The verse is, hey Big A, been good, thank you. I miss the Vivi fam. We miss you too. Cody Thrive says, let's go. Yes, listen to me because of my Lambo. You're the man, Randy. Of course, of course. Big A says, I would come back into OMI if something starts to happen, even if I have to come in at 2x from current. Your expectation is like 100x or more. So still a ton of money to be made. My thought process, that is a good point. That is fair. And to be honest, a lot of other people are doing that as well. I know a lot of other people that are a lot more richer and successful than I am that they have very little OMI. And they're like, I'll wait until we actually get the utility. I'll wait till we actually get, you know, a little bit of movement. And I was like, okay. So, you know, when it, kind of the opposite of when it rains, it pours. When things go good, they're going to go really good. You're going to have the whales getting in, or more whales getting in. You're going to have people chasing those green candles. You have a lot of the burn that's going to happen. It's going to be dope. All right, we have caught up for the day. Screens. I'll make a video tomorrow. Very, very tired right meow. Anyway, yeah, that'll be it. Thank you, Raythax, for that super chat. That means the world. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for being here for the 2-hour show. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Smash that like button. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow.